Hey everybody, it's Wallguy. In my recent 56 video, I mentioned a new, faster grenade strat for Tower B as you descend, and I didn't get a chance to show it to you because I wasn't using it at that time. Well, in runs anyway. So, here I am showing it to you now, but first I want to show you how you want to set everything up leading to it so your menus are in order and you understand what's happening. This all really starts right after the rappel, which is, this part is something I saw Blue do before anyone else, I think. You take your sniper shots, knock these guys all out, and when you're finished shooting, you menu down once to chaff. That'll put chaff on callback for you when you need it, after you go down a little bit in here and come back up after the cutscene. You can just pop chaff out and throw it right away as you're about to climb. That would be this part right here. You instantly call it back after the cutscene makes it go away. Roll, menu left to grenades really quick, and then tap R to get back to chaff and continue climbing as normal. Now what you're going to do is climb all the way to the top with chaff as usual, and when you get to the top, you'll run out of chaff, assuming you did the dazzle strat. But your grenades will still be on callback. You won't see them right now, and you won't see them after you climb the ladder. So it's important that after you do climb the ladder right here, before you initiate the cutscene for the hind fight, to tap R and bring your grenades back so they'll be front and center when you start the hind fight. When the fight starts, you get out your stinger missile as normal, and then at the midway point, it's very important to carry your grenades over by having them in hand when this cutscene where he says eat this starts to play right here. If you have your stinger out instead, you'll lose those grenades. You don't want that to happen. So wait for the cutscene to play, then tap R and finish the fight as normal using the stinger. So you see now I still have the grenades at the end of this fight. Now all this menuing manipulation here is probably only frames faster than what you might have seen some of the other top runners do. Like I think Blue, he has his stinger out during this fight and then does one menu, 2 grenades, and due to slowdown, it's just a little bit slower maybe, and it may only be an RTA difference, but this is how I do things when I do the strat. The real time save comes from this point on the way down. This is not a radically different looking strategy, but if you notice, most runners have like a slightly different timing on when they throw their grenades or how they move. Their movement's different. What I've done is optimize movement and optimize timing on the grenade tosses, which allows me to have the optimal trip down using this sort of strategy. Alright, let's finally watch the new strat in action. You start out, instantly call back your grenades, and then you run straight down, hug the walls the whole time, never leave the rail, cook right at that horizontal line above the 25, keep hugging the rail, go all the way down, and when you drop down, you take a step downward, your body drops on the stairs. That's when you release. You wait for the drop to happen, then release. And do that at the usual markers as you go down these stairs, and keep hugging the rail. Now to hug the rail, you want to start turning Snake a little bit before you even get to the corner, because Snake's always a little bit behind your intended movement. So you got to kind of plan ahead, and it takes a lot of practice, and it is dangerous. It's not something I recommend people to do, even for a 56. It's just not necessary when the other strategies aren't so incredibly far behind. But this is the way to be optimal. Hug the rails, use this timing for the grenade throws, and you can always be on that inner fastest line. You can actually use this tight inner line for the dive strat as well, and actually come out faster than other people have been executing the grenade strat. But if you're going to put all that difficulty into the movement, you might as well gain all the time and go all the way with this version of the strat, I would say. To close this video out, I'll run a side-by-side comparison to the optimal strat versus the common strat versus my normal dive strat that you saw in the 56 run. Hopefully this demonstration kind of shows how unimportant it is to necessarily save the few frames or the second, maybe 2 seconds, on a lot of different strategies if you're failing them often enough to lose yourself significant time. It's much better to be consistent and keep those little failures out of your run and worry about the already plentiful large failures that could happen to you in the run. You don't need to worry about the small stuff if it means accepting a lot more risk in the process. Hopefully this little demonstration / tutorial video has helped make it clear how to do the optimal version of the Tower B descent, and also kind of shown that there's not a great difference between the common strat and the dive strat, and it's perfectly okay to do it. I do it in the world record, so you could too. And if you want to move on to this optimal version, go right ahead. It's very hard and annoying, but that's what we like to do in Twin Snakes, make certain things hard and annoying. As always, I'm open for questions in the Discord if you need some clarity on something. Otherwise, till next time.